How's it going, YouTube? Once again, this is the TG Striker coming at you with the deck profile, this time of my light hero Gemini Beat deck. Hope you guys like it. This deck's still kind of in the works, trying to work out the kinks in the trap lineup and keep it relevant to this new format. So, I don't know, check it out. Monster lineup's pretty simple. Start off with your typical Stratos and 3 alias. You need your aliases, Gemini Spark, and it's what the deck works upon, that and Miracle Fusion. So, next we play 3 Thunder Kings. The Thunder King's a light and is really one of the best standalone monsters in the game, so it makes sense to run him in this deck and really just shut down your opponent with just 1 card and then back row. It's pretty devastating sometimes. Gotta run 3 of them. And this next card, not actually Photon Thrasher, probably Crusader of Endymion is going to be a little bit better. He's the 1900 attack, like Gemini monster. Again, makes the Shining very easily, and you can use it with Gemini Spark, so always a good choice. Above other cards, I've seen other people play Evocator Chevalier, which is a 1900 fire monster, and I don't think that's quite as good because the Shining can be used in any situation, while Nova Master can really only be used when you can destroy an opponent's monster by battle. Next, I do run 1 Honest, because I'm running 7 main deck lights, and they're all big already. And on top of that, you've got Shinings and stuff, so I feel like Honest is just one of those cards that most people really just don't put in the deck, and will just take some people off guard. So, might as well get at least 1 free win in there sometimes. Moving on to the spells. Spells are pretty simple as well. The trap lineup is where this deck gets a little bit weird. But, obviously 3 Miracle Fusion. It's the most busted card in the deck. Gotta run 3. Next, Gemini Spark. Gemini Spark, gotta run 3 of this, really. Basically trying to run 4 Geminis, and Hero Blast recycles them, so Gemini Spark is really kind of your destruction of any kind. You can use it against back rows, which is why I really don't run MSTs. And then just get rid of problem monsters, face down monsters you don't want to flip up. It's really good. Really one of my favorite cards, and the chain ability is what really makes it powerful. Next we have all the searchers, 2 E-calls now, semi-limited, and the Rhoda, kind of stapled. 2 pod dualities, more searching. Again, this conflicts with Thunder King in a sense, but you just use them before you play a Thunder King, you'll be fine. This is where the consistency of the deck comes from, is these searches, and they've kind of hit that on this ban list, but it's still very powerful, and this deck's still very consistent. The rest of the magics are really just kind of staples, though. Yeah, these classic 4, and then 1 Lance. Not running MSTs, so I felt like Lance was a great way to protect your Shinings from bottomlesses and deep prisons, and it's really just an all-around good card for protecting your monsters, and then also, in a sense, getting rid of back row by not allowing. Yeah. Anyways, a lot of traps in this deck. So the trap lineup is really what distinguishes this. It needs some work, though. I feel like some cards really just need to come out, but I don't know what else to put in because there's not really. There's too many traps as it is, and it's going to have to change to some monsters or some magic. So if you guys in the comments can maybe help me work out and find something else to replace, I'll let you know what I really don't like. But 2 Hero Blasts is actually really good. It's +1. It's great against a lot of decks. So you pretty much always keep Hero Blast in unless they're sighting in macro or something. Pretty much always. 2 Bottomless. It's kind of a bottomless format. Priority's gone. Card's good. Pretty much gotta run 2 in a lot of decks. And then 2 Torrential. You don't have a lot of field presence with this deck sometimes. It's either, a lot or nothing. So Torrential at 2 is always really good. 2 Deep Prison. You've got to mix it up with your bottomlesses and your deep prisons. You can't have 2 bottomlesses and no deep prisons because you'll just lose to monsters that are already on the field. Top taking the bottomless isn't very good, but top taking the deep prison is often pretty good. So I don't really like deep prison because of that. I'll kind of always run 2 and 2 in a lot of decks. I feel like 3 deep prisons is kind of a lot. It just gets expected, and you don't want your traps to become expected because then they just start to play around them. So moving on, some other staples, 2 warnings and a judgment. Kind of obvious. Earn 1 Mirror Force. People don't really expect the Mirror Force, so I felt like that's the last component of this really of the solid lineup. As far as the other choices go that I put in here, there's these 4 cards. Now, Starlight Road I feel like is a really good card. Running so many back rows, need to protect them, so the Starlight Road is in for sure. But between these 3 cards, I am liking the Fiendish Chain against Samurais and the Skill Drain against Samurais, but the 7 tools has been up and down. So, any thoughts on that, guys? That's basically the rest of the main deck. I guess I can show you the extra deck, but comments appreciated. Extra deck it's actually 16 cards. I need to cut it down to 1, but there's really not a whole lot to say about it. I guess I can just go through it though. You're on 3 Miracle Fusion, and you really just want to make the Shining a lot, so there's 3 the Shiny. 3 Yellow, and here are the Shinings, and then 1 Ray Tornado, which is really the only ones that you can make based on the cards that are in the deck right now. So the rest of these are Super Poly targets, which is Nova Master, Yugioh, Zero, and the other fusion, Chimera Tech Fortress for the side decked Cyber Dragon. And then some other stuff, Stardust Dragon for the Starlight Road, Exceeds, they're all rank 4s. Really had to run all of these. I think 2 Heroic Champions might be pretty good, but the thing is I still need to take out 1 card. And I love Photon Operative too much. And then these guys are, amazing on their own too, just being able to mind control for Utopias and get them. And then put that guy on top, Blade Armor is necessary, and I feel like so is My Stroke, so any tips on what 1 card to cut? It's probably side like 2 Super Polys, so I feel like it's probably going to be like Zero or Nova Master or Yugioh. I don't feel like those are really that necessary. But anyways, thanks guys. Leave some comments, and thanks. Bye.